out to me. And I believe, if you're silent, the messages are always there. If you're looking, the messages are always there. My sister, I was at her house, and she goes, "Hey, have you ever seen this box of Dad's stuff?" And I was like, "No." And she brought up, my father was an alcoholic. He passed away when I was 15 from his alcoholism. And she brought out this box, and it was like his glasses, it was a t-shirt of his, it was his watch. And the other things were a bunch of letters. My dad was in jail for a little while for multiple DUIs, and they put him in jail, and he would write letters to us. And he wrote a letter to my sister on her 19th birthday. And I was reading this, 2015. So he would have wrote it to her in 1999. And the very last line was, "I hope you live your life with courage, love, and laughter." And I read it, and it was like the universe warped. And I was like, oh, he wrote this for me. Like, there was a moment where I was like, he wrote this to my sister, but the universe is giving me this message through my dad because I need to hear this right now. Because I'm in so much fear. And the very first line is courage. Live your life with courage, love, and laughter. And I was like, I got to commit. Like, this has to be the thing. I've got to make a decision. And when you look at the root word of decision, it's decadere, which means to cut off. I'm going to cut off all other options. I'd heard like Will Smith say, there's no reason to have plan B because it distracts from plan A. Like, it's got to be the thing. And I was like, oh my God, I got to commit to this thing. I can't have any more feelings of like, I'm going to go back to working for someone else. Like, this is my life path. I'm either going to succeed at it or I'm going to die trying. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I'm going to get this tattooed to my arm. So I literally have, live your life with courage, love, and laughter tattooed to my arm. My very first tattoo I ever got. But it was like, for me, people always think like, when you make a decision, the fear disappears. Like, I wish that I could do these things, but it's like, it's always there. But you've got to learn that like the fear is always going to be there. But my bigger fear is getting to the end of my life and having not done this, having not tried to help people, like being in the room with my father after he passed away when I was 15 years old and realizing, because he was the first person I ever met that passed away, I'm going to be there one day. And I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, he was a dreamer and he was an amazing person, but he didn't do what he wanted to do. I am not going to live that life. I'm going to create what I want to create. And now I have all of the other fears that everyone else has, but my biggest fear is getting to the end of my life and not having tried or not having at least gone for it.
Yeah, I love hearing that. And you've reminded me of a great speech that Jim Carrey gave, funnily enough. And he talked about how his dad, I believe his dad, and I could be getting this wrong, but he said that his dad was an accountant, mm-hmm. and he did that to be safe. And he said that when he was young, his dad got made redundant from his safe job.
Right.
Jim Carrey said that in life, you are probably going to fail at something you don't love. So you might as well try something you do